Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
Welcome to it. It is Thursday, meaning one thing. It's Form Chat with D, 2 to 2:30. And today on the studio, I have Lestisha with me, who went to AFDA and studied CMS.
Yes, girl.
We're going to talk about that. How are you?
I am absolutely fine. How are you?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about who are you? Where you from?
Okay, so my name's Lestisha. I am from the Northern Cape, very small town called Posmusburg. And I'm doing my BA degree in live performance music at AFDA, and I'm in my second year.
Why did you choose to go to AFDA?
So I've always wanted to sing, ever since I was a kid. And I was just like, AFDA must be the best place. And then I started researching, and I was like, yo, this is the one. This is
That's
the one.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then you went to AFDA last year.
Yes.
Tell us so where did you find out that there was something called AFDA?
So I had this very crazy friend in high school. And she was
it's always the crazy ones that know everything.
Yeah. So she was artsy and everything. And Jody just told me about AFDA. And I was like, oh, this is a cool place. And I was like, yes, I definitely have to go to AFDA now. So that's how I found AFDA, or found out about AFDA.
Okay, and then you applied.
Yes.
And then you got accepted.
Well, actually, I went for an interview.
So what do they do in the interview?
So you can either apply or you can go for an interview, and then they're like, okay, show us your marks, show us everything you've done. Some people start studying when they're 28. So, I mean, some people don't even go there right after high school. It takes a long time.
Sure, yeah.
So, yeah, that's what they do. They interview you, they ask for your marks, and then they're like, okay, good, if you can pay.
Yeah, because AFDA is very expensive.
Yeah.
So then you did CMS.
I did. Okay, so in my first year, I did live performance, and I did acting. I did stage acting and music performance. And then in my second semester, I did film, which was the CMS, the directing and the writing.
Did you like the film part?
I did. But my favorite part was the CMS.
Okay.
Yeah, I found out that I'm not really a director.
Yeah. So you did writing, directing.
Yes.
What kind of courses do they offer you if you want to do that?
Dude, there's almost everything.
Yeah.
So it's film, and in film there's directing, writing, CMS, PD, which is your set design.
Okay.
Then there's the commerce side to AFDA, and then they do like the music business stuff.
Okay.
And not the music business stuff, everything in regards to business in this industry.
Okay.
So yeah, then there's that degree as well.
Okay.
So yeah, but I'm on the live performance side.
So how does your day look like?
It usually starts at 9.
Okay.
And I go home at 5. It's 5 days a week. Because
9 to 5, 5 days a week. That's hectic.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because it's so practical and everything, we need a lot of rehearsals for everything we do. So it's like they need us there. We can't just decide, oh, I'm not going to school today. You know?
So that requires a lot of discipline.
It does.
So what does it mean to you to have discipline?
So I learned the hard way.
Let's hear it. How did you learn?
I learned the hard way that skipping classes and not going to school, they don't care. I mean, they can't control every student on campus be like, oh, come to class.
Yeah.
But I learned the hard way that if you don't go to class, your marks won't necessarily go down.
Yeah.
But are you getting value for money?
Yeah.
No.
True.
Yeah. And it's a lot of money to waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the course of directing, what are you taught?
So basically, they teach you how to emotionally work with your actors. And
give me an example. Like, what do you mean emotionally?
Okay, so in first year, you don't really go into depth, but in second and third year, it's a lot more in depth. So you would have to like put your actors in a state where they have to grow emotionally into the character, you know? And it doesn't just happen.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes these things are very emotional and they're very challenging.
It's always emotional. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know about this girl, and she thought about her dad's passing.
Okay.
And she was in a state the whole day.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that they wanted her to imagine, you know,
that
pain and that sadness.
Take her back to that emotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's hard on the actors, but it's also hard on the directors, because I feel like the directors don't necessarily like putting their actors in that state, but if it's needed, then it's needed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you did writing as well.
Yeah.
What did you learn in writing?
Oh, girl. That was still at the stage when I still skipped classes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but I did not benefit from that course as much as I would have if I did attend my classes. But what I can tell you is that the kids who did the best in my class are doing really well now. So those writing kids are like on top.
Yeah.
I know of one girl that even got asked to be part of a thing at SABC, and I mean she's from AFDA.
Yeah.
How the hell? So
Hala represents. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm really proud of them that actually took
Yeah.
the time to work hard on that.
And how important do you think tertiary education and what you want to do is important? So, for example, do you think that you can be an individual who matriculates and goes straight into the industry as like a camera woman or an actress? Or do you think it's important that you get some formal training before you do all of that?
Okay, so this is my view, right? I think we all have to start at the bottom. I think you work your way up. And that's what many people who graduated think. They just have to fall into those spaces, the top, you get the, it doesn't work that way. So I think whether you've got a degree or not, I think you have the ability and the possibility to make it in the industry if you just start at some point.
Now, you said something interesting. You said the people that graduate often think that when they're done, they have to be on the big stage or whatever.
Yes.
I've heard something about AFDA kids who apparently also have that kind of attitude that, because I'm from AFDA, I need to get like the number one,
so,
you know.
let me tell you about that. We all, every single student in AFDA knows about that. We know that people in the industry think that we are arrogant.
Yes.
We know all about it.
Yeah.
And it's humiliating and it's embarrassing for us to think that people who've graduated give us that name.
Yeah.
You know? So we're trying very hard now. Us, our generation of AFDA kids, are trying really hard to improve and fix that view, you know, because you know.
But why do you think that view was, you know, thought of in the first place?
So what I've heard is that people have gotten jobs on movie sets and stuff, and then they somehow expect that the directors must give them special treatment because they're from AFDA and they know everything. But as we all know, we all start at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's how it
works. So when you say starting at the bottom, you mean like being a runner or like a camera assistant?
Yes. You cannot be afraid of work.
Yes.
You should always be able to do everything they ask. Unless it's obviously putting you in a space where you feel like it's emotionally damaging you or something. But I mean, it's where everyone starts.
Yeah. Would you advise people to go to AFDA?
Definitely. Like, it's a lot to get used to, especially considering that I'm from such a small town.
Yes.
The whole climate.
How was that? How was that, like, moving from a small town with, like, knowing this person, that person, to, like, coming into an ocean full of people? Let
me tell you, I was used to people with naturally colored hair and, you know, like girly girls, and all of a sudden I have lesbian friends, I have gay friends, I have friends with blue hair, there are some people I don't even know, but like it's crazy how many different kinds of individuals you get at AFDA. So that was a lot, but I've learned a lot from them. Yes, because they change your view about life in general. So AFDA is a good space if you want to learn a lot about yourself through other people.
Through the industry.
Yes.
Now, in film, there's like a whole lot of assets. There's like producing, directing, makeup. Which one do you think you fall under and why?
So, if I'm not performing, I do like the whole setting up of the stage. Okay. The visuals, like the makeup, the editing. I do like that. I would have loved to do editing if I was just a bit...
Editing.
It's a lot going.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I love the CMS part. I love doing the makeup. And in CMS, first year already, you do like special effects, and they you have to like create wounds out of
yeah, we're going to talk about that. I'm so excited about that. So what is it about performing do you love so much?
So when I got to AFDA, I thought that I was not going to have any trouble whatsoever performing, because you think that if you can sing, you've got it all figured out. Yeah. And that's not the case.
What are some of the challenges that you picked up?
Everything depends on you. Yes. And your audience vibe and how they enjoy what you give and what you perform relies completely on you. And if you're not feeling it, they sense that. Yeah. And your audience is like, yo, girl, this performance was not.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Yeah.
It's
And I guess as a performer, you know when you're giving your best, and you know
Yes.
when you're giving it like
Yes.
half-heartedly.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
No, ask.
What characters do you see yourself playing?
I love playing the villain.
Ooh, the bad girl.
Playing the villain.
Yeah.
I'm always obsessed with villains in movies.
Yeah.
I like
Why?
because the good guys are boring.
Yeah. Yeah. In life in general, actually. Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
Girls are always attracted to
Yeah.
bad boys.
True.
Always.
Yeah.
And that's even like that for me.
So you want to
in
play like a
films.
villain,
Definitely. If I got the opportunity, yes, girl.
and a character that you would never play, even if it was like brought to you, like, oh my god, we want you to do this.
Oh my word. Lindsay Lohan in
Freaky Friday.
Mean Girls.
Oh, okay.
That's the kind of character I would never ever want to. I don't want to be that prissy girl.
Yeah.
But if it's a job, it's a job.
Yeah. How important do you think it is for actors and actresses specifically to learn things like characterization, to learn things like you were saying with the director,
Yeah.
putting them in a certain emotion?
Yes.
How important do you think that is?
Okay, so what I've noticed about myself is that I never realized that I had these little mannerisms and stuff that made me me. You know?
Yeah.
And if you can't act properly, that stuff comes out when you're performing.
Sure.
And people are like, wow, is this her?
Yeah.
Or is this the character?
Yeah.
And if you can't necessarily create a clear difference between the two, then you not necessarily
So it's like
good.
mannerisms that you have.
Yeah.
and-
You
yeah.
need to be a blank canvas for your
Yes.
director.
Mhm.
You can't have anything. Your ego is literally out of the window.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as
I want to
ego.
get your opinion on something.
Yeah.
What do you think about you, like, for example, a movie about Nelson Mandela?
Yeah.
What do you think about people in the industry getting people from America or Europe to come play characters that
I'm not
were
a
born and
fan.
bred
I'm not a
in South
fan of
Africa?
it.
Why?
Because they're taking something
Mm-hmm.
that belongs to us
Mm-hmm.
as a country.
Mm-hmm.
And because we are so rich and diverse
Mm-hmm.
with our history and everything that's happened, I mean, we are the most diverse culture I think I know of in the world. I mean, we speak how many languages in this country?
11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they just take all of these stories and these characters from our country, I'm not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't like the Americans for that.
What do you? Yeah, I don't like Americans for very much reasons, but what do you think needs to be done to improve that? That we have more like homegrown talent and people that are South Africans playing South African characters.
I mean, obviously you get your films like Tsotsi
Mhm.
and District 9. Those made it
Yeah.
big
Mhm.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if we could create stuff that's more like that.
Mhm.
Because those were films that like, it shook the country.
So not like a storyline, like not like apartheid all the time, or
yeah.
like you just need like
No.
something different.
We need to show them that we too are modern.
Mhm.
We are also on top of our game.
Yeah.
And I think they think that we don't necessarily know what we're doing when we film stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why Tsotsi and District 9 was such a like big come
Yeah.
up for us, because they could see that, wow, they actually do know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
What with our generation of filmmakers, do you think that we can make a difference? Do you think we will make a difference?
Oh, girl, yes. I think we have so many stories to tell
Yes.
that no one knows about.
Exactly. Mhm.
And it's not your stereotypical stuff that always stars, always the films that we're
Yes.
always watching. I think it's stories that should be told that aren't necessarily
yeah,
there
told.
yet. Yes.
Okay, well, we're still chilling with Lestisha. Please stay tuned with us. After the break, we're going to be chatting more and more and more about film and all the exciting things.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.
This is what you missed on The Social Show.
My first question then is, where are these hubs of economic development? Which township do I find a hub of economic development? Why must, if the focus is really capacitating the disadvantaged, why must I climb onto
Travel.
3-4 taxis to get to a certain area? A certain area has got about 6 to even 20 of these, right? Coming from Alexander or Tembisa. So you then find that there is a township economy, but the people that are living within this township economy, that are starting businesses in this township economy, are not full participants of this township economy.
For more, go to www.brandlife.co.za.
It's the official Major World Online Stew Invasion.
Bars on bars.
What about me right now? It's about our guest. Bafethi skipani. Amathi ngathalele bafethi. Yo, I'm afraid nyana studio bafethi skipani. Oh, freestyle nyana. Shenge freestyle. Fana kuma no baba Andy.
Dayo Andy. Hashtag.
Ahlanganisela amathi beat dog. Ngiyacela.
Young niggas ambition, waking up is working for money. Changing the past, feeding their fams, balang lali. We keep it running like SPV, exchanging money.
Man, nice. Hey. Call them unexpected experts. White sweatshirt.
Hey.
Looking down on these niggas, my damn neck hurts. You can go ahead, homie, give me your best work. I bet you take your phone out and mumble up your first words.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville. This is brandlive.co.za.
What's happening, everybody? Catch me every Thursday on Brand Live Radio at 2 p.m. talking everything film and television. Film Chats with D every Thursday at 2 p.m. Brand Live.
brandlive.co.za.
And we're back, still chilling with Lestisha, having such insightful conversations.
Oh, girl,
Are you having fun?
I am enjoying your conversation and
Thank
communication.
That's amazing.
I am.
So let's talk about the CMS,
Yes.
costume, makeup, and styling.
Yeah.
That sounds really fun.
I loved it so much.
What does it entail?
Okay, so basically your CMS person
Mm-hmm.
would decide what the actors are wearing. They would do the makeup. They
Mhm.
constantly have to make sure with the anti-shine
Yes.
that the actors aren't like shiny in the camera.
Yeah.
It's actually a very
Difficult job.
tiring job.
Yes, yeah.
It really is.
Mhm.
Because you constantly have to look at little mistakes. Oh, is this person looking okay? You
Yeah.
know? Is she shiny?
Yeah.
Are the lights looking good on her?
Yeah.
You know? And you need to tell people.
I think with stuff like that, it's paying attention to detail.
It
You know
really
what I
is.
mean? Because you could be
Yes.
watching something and a person gets like scratched viciously, on the hand,
Yeah.
and then the next episode they healed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's what I mean with paying attention to detail.
And that's exactly what makes a CMS, if you're good,
Yeah.
you would be able to fix those things and no one would even notice
Yeah.
those little,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And I think there are so many people that call themselves CMS people.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it now. I stopped doing it now
Yeah.
in my second year.
Yeah.
So I can't call myself a CMS person.
Yeah.
But the ones that actually do it, oh, they do
A
such
brilliant job.
Yeah.
So what do you think costume styling and makeup bring to a scene or a program or something?
I think if you just take music videos
Yes.
in general,
Mm-hmm.
imagine Lana Del Rey
Mm-hmm.
with like a shaved head,
Okay.
no poppy bright lips.
Yeah.
She's just not Lana.
Yeah.
And that's what the costume, makeup, and styling does.
Yeah.
It creates a brand. It creates the illusion of a fantasy.
Yeah.
You know, it makes the character so much more believable.
Sure. Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
So I feel like creating the believable fact or
yeah.
element to your character
Yeah.
relies a lot.
Like little things like having a nurse uniform.
Yes.
If you're a nurse in a program and you just dress
Yes.
like me, like in a jumpsuit or whatever,
Yes.
it can
What
never be
the-
believable.
What the hell
Yeah.
are people gonna think?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And in terms of like making, because I've always wanted to know, making like scars and stab wounds or whatever. How do you guys do that?
So, obviously, you get makeup that's very advanced. I did not get to work with that
Yes.
because I was only in first year when I did this.
But
when
you had to make fake blood. I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what you do is you mix syrup, your golden syrup, and your chocolates, like chocolate sauce or chocolate, that stuff that you put over the ice cream that
Uh-huh.
goes, yeah. And then you mix green and red food coloring.
Uh-huh.
I'm not giving you the exact
Ingredients.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what you do, and then you mix it until it gets to like the right color,
And,
thickness,
yes.
you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And you create wounds with Prit.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
you put Vaseline on your hands at first, and you make sure that it's like sprayed evenly over both of your hands. Otherwise, I mean, the Prit is going to go everywhere.
Mhm.
And then you mold your Prit into
Whatever scar.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And your hands can't be too hot either, because
Yeah.
then it melts the Prit. I've noticed that.
Oh, wow. Is
Yeah.
that what they use at like professional sets, like Prit glue? Or is that like
I'm
advanced? advanced?
sure that if they don't have the money to like get the advanced makeup stuff, then yeah, they would definitely do that.
And just a question, in terms of costume, right?
Yeah.
Where do you hire out uniforms? Where can you, like, how does it work?
So AFDA,
Or can you make your own?
You can make. Actually, they teach you in second and third year. They teach you how to make your own uniforms.
AFDA's
and
like
yeah, they do.
amazing.
They do everything,
Yeah,
dude.
wow.
Oh, it's really cool. I love it so much.
So they literally teach you how to make clothes.
They teach you how to make clothes. They teach you how to clean brushes properly. They teach you the function of makeup brushes, each and every single one of them. They teach you how to keep your brushes healthy and how to like not let the little hairs fall out of the brush. I mean, you save so much money just learning how to work with the products. You know, you can't, I mean, if you don't know how to work with these things, you're constantly using them to a point where they're just breaking the whole time because you don't know how to use them.
Of course.
Yeah.
So they teach you all of that.
They teach you everything.
That's amazing.
They do. They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna. My lecturers are amazing.
Yeah.
Heidi Edling. I don't know. She's. I don't know. And then Niels Klaassen and Clint Lesch. Oh, those are the best. I love them. They have so much knowledge about what we're doing. I'm so grateful that I have them.
Yeah.
I really am.
Where do you see the South African film and television industry in like 5 years?
Okay, so I think we are learning a lot. And I think people are becoming less afraid of telling their stories.
Yes.
And coming out with them.
Yeah.
And I really like that. So I think in the next 5 years, we're going to show Hollywood flames.
Do you think so?
I think we are.
I hope so.
I really do hope so. Because I feel like it's sad.
Yeah.
I feel that it is sad that people think we don't know what we're doing.
And a quick one, how do you feel about people not going to cinemas anymore to watch movies? Instead, they downloading on the net, or how do you think that affects the film industry?
I think we're all guilty.
Yes.
We're all guilty,
Yeah.
but obviously it's not good.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you
how are
think?
these
What do you think can
artists-
be done? Do you think changing, like a movie or like different movies? Like, what do you think can be done to bring people back into like movie seats, sold out?
So what I've heard from a lot of people is especially the Afrikaans film industry.
But that industry is booming.
It's booming.
The Afrikaans industry is booming.
It's booming, but it's also slightly boring.
Yeah.
To most people, it's really, really not what they want to watch. That's why they're constantly watching stuff from America.
Sure.
And I feel like if I had to give my personal opinion,
Of
please,
course,
I hope
yeah.
no one takes offense.
No.
But I feel like there's this thing in our country where people, the Afrikaans industry
Yeah.
specifically, it's like there's a rule that applies that because so many Afrikaans people are still so conservative.
Yes.
It's like people are afraid to break the rules because
Yes.
maybe, just maybe, if I break the rules, I will, number one, not make any money, and people will just hate my films
Sure.
for doing something controversial and different. So I feel like doing something controversial and different, that's the thing. That's
Okay.
what we need to do.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you for
dude.
coming to the show
Oh, it
and
was
hanging
such
out
an
with me.
honor.
It was such an honor. Thank you. You can come back anytime.
Oh
you
my
want.
gosh.
And thank you so much for listening if you took out the time. Really, really appreciate it. I'll catch you next week. Film Chats with D. I'm out.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.